Hey cool cats, welcome back to Mental Health Music Lessons. Today we're going to look at a song I wrote for my grandmother and see how we can make it sound better to have a bigger impact for us as songwriters and also for other people that we share the music with. When I'm looking back at a piece, I like to take a little bit of a break from listening to it so that my mind can totally clear out all the different thoughts and different opinions of what it's supposed to sound like at that moment, and I could really look at it with fresh ears. She golden, she golden, she golden like the sun. She golden, and ain't done cause she golden, she golden. Okay, wait a minute. I heard something I didn't like in the music. So when you're listening to this with fresh ears, your goal is to listen out for things you don't like because this is the moment where we can actually change those things and make a difference. I'm going to loop this section because the problem is happening in this bass part. Now we're going to do something I like to tell my students called isolating the problem. We take the problem, we're focusing in on it, and we're figuring out a solution for it. So in this case, with this song that we're working on, this bass part is a little bit rough. It's a bit loud in the lower end to the extent where it kind of sounds like someone just like a truck plopped on top of a really big whoopee cushion. So I don't want that type of sound when the song starts and when the bass finally, well, when the bass drum finally comes in. So we're going to get into this EQ here and make some edits. An EQ is something that we call an equalizer. It allows us to look at different frequencies that are happening with the song for a specific instrument and change how loud or how soft certain frequencies are being pushed through the computer. I like to think of an EQ as having hills and valleys, and there's various different types of these hills and valleys. We have our cuts, which come on both sides of the EQ. Just like getting a haircut, you are literally taking out certain frequencies. This right over here is called a shelf. As you can see, it expands everything past a certain point. Just like having a shelf or a table, it's very flat after it curves up. In math class, you might have seen a bell curve before. These are just called our bell curves. So you can have it going up, you can have it going down, and it has this type of shape to it, which is similar to a bell. With, you use a very big imagination here. There are more types and more names, but we're just going to focus on these for now. Okay, let's take a look at this bass part. I'm going to have it just repeating right over. And we can see the bass part right over here. So I want to focus the sound a little bit. So I'm going to take this cut. I'm going to move it over. And I also want to take out a little bit of that over there. So let's find one of these that's not doing anything. Hey, you. And let's take this and expand it out. Okay, now we have a really nice and focused sound. Let's focus it even more. Let's expand this out. Okay, so we have that nice, beautiful sound right there. So now we're going to bring it up a bit. So now we have our focus sound. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's hear this in context now. Okay, cool cat. In the next video, we're going to be listening to that bass part in context to see if it sounds good and make more changes as we go along. For now, I'd like you to practice by, if you have a digital audio workspace or a DAW, then definitely pull that out and write down something and experiment a little bit with the EQ. I'm curious what types of sounds you can create. Feel free to send a recording to me and I'll give you some feedback also. Okay, y'all, I hope you have a mentally healthy rest of your day. This has been Imanni from Imanni Music. See ya.